This is a challenge response to Garrett Movement. Garrett Movement is someone you should absolutely check out, an absolute genius with training. Highly, highly recommend him. So the challenge was to go through these positions without any momentum while keeping hands on the floor. This was so much more difficult than I could have ever expected. At first, Garrett had challenged me to do a closed tuck, and I failed miserably at it. So what I did instead was I did all the movements all together as one continuous flow, and I did most difficult to easiest, and I also included the negative and the shoulder stand in between that vertical line to make it more difficult. If you want, you could try this as a really, really, really effective and very difficult core strengthening routine. So most difficult would be tuck. Second most difficult would be straddle, and then the easiest would be just the straight legs, which is ironic because most people would probably assume the straight legs are more difficult, but it gives you a lot more leverage. If you want to try this out, I would recommend you make it easier. You could use a little bit of body momentum, or you could also take your hands off the floor and use them a bit as counterweight. You could also avoid the shoulder stand in between, and you don't have to do the negative, but this is a brutally effective core strengthening routine. And I also want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Vivo Barefoot. They sent me the black Primus trail knits and the FGs. I absolutely adore them. Vivos are incredible shoes. I've always done my calisthenics barefoot, and if you do want to experience that barefoot feeling in calisthenics, I highly recommend Vivos. They are the only shoes I've ever found that do not throw off my flow patterns. So again, please check out Vivo, please check out Garrett Movement, and try this out. This is brutal.